Hey, we got a little project tonight. Got a friend in the model club. He dropped off his FPV gear. It says it doesn't work. It says he couldn't get it to work at all. So I think we can help. This is Fatshark gear like what I have. I actually have the same unit on my Freeman powered glider plane out in the studio. So this is a pretty old now Fatshark system. I think these are teleporter. I think these are the same as the ones I have, teleporter V3s maybe, but I definitely have this same system too. It's pretty cool because it runs off of the balance lead. So first up, we'll get to use let's use the new SWR meter and see what we're up against. Make sure it's off. And we'll throw an antenna on, make sure he's got the right SMA style antennas. We'll fire up the SWR meter. We'll just check the antennas real quick. This is the Owl RC unit that I bought recently, and for exactly this purpose, we can check out antenna SWRs, which is standing wave ratio. So 1.36 is on 5645 channel 1. That's Fatshark 1. Yeah, no problem. So turn that off. Oh, I guess we could have just disabled it here. Still getting used to the firmware. Real time. So if we just turn off the enable, we get red light on this. This is a pretty cool little rig. So I don't have my VNAs, my vector network analyzers, they don't go up to 5.8 gigahertz. So this allows us to at least check the antennas. Obviously we can't see real-time feedback like we would on a software-defined radio, but this is a little high. Is it just me? Yeah, 1.7. That's a little high. That's not a great antenna, but anything less than, I don't know what the guideline is, but less than 2 is my personal kind of shoot for. I think less than 4 or 5 is acceptable. There's just a little bit of marks on the dielectric down in there on the white stuff, but we'll go ahead, enable. And same deal. This one's much better. 1.15 SWR. It's fantastic. Good antenna. Yeah. Fantastic. Disable. So that's 3 of them. And then he has a 4th. These are the Immersion RC omnidirectionals. Good antennas. I still run an Immersion RC Omni on my Fatshark goggles as my Omni. And turn that on. Same thing, 1.33-ish on the standing wave ratio. So the antennas are intact and working, which is just wonderful. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and fire things up. This will run off of a balance lead off the 4S, if I remember right. Yeah, sure will. Let's not power it up without an antenna. Let's use the Omni. Make sure it's the right connection. It is. We'll use the Omni on here. We'll use the Omni on the goggles. Again, correct connection. And what channel? I don't remember the dip switch settings. May have to do some Google foo to figure out where the dip switch settings should be for that, but we can go ahead and power it up and see if it looks like it's alive or whatever. His description was it just doesn't work, so we've got a red light. I don't think it has any other lights on this, and there's no light on the camera. And we'll go ahead, plug the goggles in, see if we've got static. No static. No static at all. What? That don't look right. So I just have kind of a white screen. So I'll go ahead and I'll flip the switch on the bottom. I don't remember what position is what. I think this is a goggle problem. Yeah, he's got just a white screen on the goggles. Something doesn't look right there. Yeah, it's just that. Nothing. So, and no OSD. Oh, they do beep. Channel selection's working because I can hear it hit the limits. The long beep is the limit, so that's the low limit, so that means we're on the lowest channel, which is where we want to be. But yeah, there's nothing. Okay, I think we're gonna have to take his goggles apart and have a look. But what I'll do, is I'll grab my goggles.
This episode brought to you in part by PCBWay. Check them out at the link below for your next electronics project. They offer competitive rates for all PCBs, parts, and assembly, as well as 24/7 tracking of your order from start to finish.
Okay, I went and grabbed my Boscam FPV display here, and I'm on Fatshark 2 on the bottom here, or F. There's F1. I don't know whether that's the channel. I'm pretty sure this will be on Fatshark band only, if I remember right. So come on, try some different channels. That looks like something. Something's definitely there, just not an image. Interesting. Maybe this thing can change bands. Something there, but it looks like we're off by a little bit. Alright, we're back up to 4, so let's change the band. Oh, let's turn it off. Come on. Channel long press. There's A. Geez, that looks like a strong carrier there. Good solid black screen. What's up with that? No image. I wonder if we have two problems. Alright, there's B. Geez, that looks like something, but not. Interesting. So there's E. Geez, something's definitely there. It's transmitting. It's hot. Temperature's up on the VTX. That's why I wanted to check the antennas first and just make sure we weren't going to cook anything any worse. The camera might be hosed too. Then we're back to F. That's a solid F1. And all these dip switches are in the up position. Yeah, I wish. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look those up. But that is a total black screen. Oh, hey, there we go. That's diagnostically relevant. If we camera come go. There's something going on there. Yeah, there's something there. So it it does something. Alright, well, in Diagnostics, thou shalt... Oh, hello. That's what we wanted. Okay. So... Oh, okay, I was unplugging the power from it. Duh. Yeah, we're good. So we've got a blank carrier. That's good. Black. Okay, can we see a difference in the goggles when we do that? Let's see if the goggles are working. That's all the way down. Yep. Okay, so the contrast is just completely hosed in the goggles. That's what's going on. There. Okay. So I just rolled it up, and now we can see it's kind of a blackish screen. And if I pull this, there, see the difference? Now we have snow. Yeah. It was just the contrast was rolled all the way. So it's just the camera not outputting. Or, well, it still could be the amplifier. What happens when we pull from there? Nothing. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's good news. So, pull that, it dies. So we're on the right channel. We just got no video. But when I dinked around over here, so yeah. Okay, let's pause this again and grab my FPV system. Alrighty, so you guys keep an eye on that. Tell me, do we all of a sudden get video if I power up the beast here? Okay, am I on a different channel? F1. Oh, is it? Ah, yeah. Duh. Eric, you got two video transmitters fighting each other. Let's just pull this then. There we go. Okay, that's my other plane. Happy. So, let's check the goggles. Are the goggles seeing an image? Yes. Very washed out. One second. A very washed out image. There we go. Now, can you see that? There's a workshop. Perfect. And actually, it's not. I adjusted. The color is beautiful. Those are beautiful goggles. Those are working great. Wonderful. Good news for Ralph. Okay. Kill the plane here before VTX is going to overheat. Now back to this one. So we have a carrier. Just a black screen. We have a camera that does something when we dink with it here, and then goes back to doing nothing. 600 TV line, CMOS, and it seems to do different when I beat it up, or no, it's just when I touch it. So let's take it apart, take a look. So that is our camera and our image sensor. And we'll just go ahead and take a close look at things. There's not really anything serviceable in here, but we can check and see whether we can maybe see a broken connection or whatever. We'll be a little careful with that sensor, but I have to shut down Actually, no, I don't. I can use my microscope optically. I just won't be able to capture it for you guys. My PC I'm using is streaming right now, so I'll take a look under the microscope and see what I see. Okay, with that done, and do we have any joy? No joy. Just a flickery screen. So in between, I went out to my old Freeman, and sure enough, here's my Fatshark Pilot HD. And this is the exact same radio system. Look at that. We have video. So our goggles are good. Our transmitter is perfect. We're good to go. It's just the camera. Now, I really don't want to give up on this thing, as we have signs of life. It flickers. If we pull the jumper for the NTSC PAL, did I solder that when it was still on there? I might have. No, I put it on after. Oh yeah, but I reflowed it. Crud. It really stuck. Well, it's unjumpered now. It's not the right way to unjumper it. Jeez. Alright, I'm pretty sure that jumper's supposed to stay in place. Mine doesn't have that. No, mine doesn't have that option. But it made no difference. This thing's hosed anyway, so it's not like we're hurting it. There's signs of life there, though. There's a lot of signs of life there. Is that more with it, with that jumper removed? We got flux all over our sensor, but that is definitely either interacting with my body or a connection issue. Can we nail down where the connection issue is? Does it Flux all over the place. I think I'm just going to clean this thing up first and take another look at it. Alright, I had to go digging way deep in the goodie pile, but I found what I was looking for. One of these old 600 TV line and cameras. I don't know where it came from. I don't know the voltage or anything about it, but we're going to say it should be fine. There is actually a shitty paper that come with it, but we can find out faster. We're not going to hurt anything with the Fatshark voltage that I'm aware of. Actually, let's just read it, just for giggles. Okay, we got black screen still. Angles 205 AV. I remember that model. Oh, here we are. Is 3.3 to 5 volts, and I'm pretty sure the Fatshark is also 5 volt. Yep, 5 volt. Okay. Polarity, well, TBD. Boom. Ha! We're alive. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, wow. That's not bad. That's not bad. Ha ha! That's not bad at all. That's much better than the busted one. Much, much better. Alright, that should get him going. That's 250 milliwatt. Plenty good enough for what Ralph will be doing. We'll go ahead and double check the Googles. Make sure we're still getting an image. And we are. And yep, you can see the fuzziness, but they're actually really good. These don't have IPD adjustment. That's the one thing I didn't like on my teleporters, but damn, the video is good. That is crisp. I forgot how good these are. My new Fatsharks, honestly, it was debatable how much better they were, but damn, that's a good picture. He's gonna like that. That's totally flyable. Can we capture that? Like, that you guys can tell? Probably not. It's video and video, and I don't have my DVR handy. I wish this little Boz cam had DVR. I gotta remember to add these to my store. These things are fantastic. They work great. Low latency, beautiful little things. It's designed for having on your wrist as a wristwatch going to FPV races and stuff. But yeah, we're alive. So unfortunately, I guess I could spend some more time and try and figure it out, but I think it's the image sensor. I didn't record it. I went ahead and went over everything again, and I see nothing, and I didn't do any harm to the image sensor. Everything's fine. I cleaned it up with alcohol and everything's fine again, but no go. The lens is still good. But unfortunately, I would assume it took a knock. That's usually what happens to things, but I'll just stick it back together and send it home, and then he has a spare lens at least. It's good for that. That's pretty much all it's good for, is the lens now. We'll make sure I don't hurt that, but yeah, should be in good shape. That's minor thing. Too bad we couldn't save it, but I should give him I use the GoPro Hero 2 wide angle lenses. I should give him one of those, because I have some spares. The camera's getting warmer, so there's no airflow over at 250 milliwatt. That's the cool thing about these too. It handles it on the bench pretty good, but without airflow, it's less of a concern. But there we go. I'll just give that to him. I'll donate it to the cause. It's a camera I'll never use. The dynamic range and the contrast are probably not the greatest on it. It's been in the bin for at least 5 years. So all the run cams and stuff I'm using now will be way higher quality. So I don't think I'd ever put it into service. So it might as well go to a good home, and Ralph can play with it. This is his first FPV equipment, and yeah, I think it's good to get somebody into the hobby. He's been a long time fixed wing flyer, I think, and so yeah. Cheers, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It was just troubleshooting, a little bit of fun. Cheers, guys.